This VTuber got the play button and was banned. I'm very curious to see what's going on, and I don't think I've heard about this case, so I'm very I'm a little bit intrigued because I think I've seen this individual tweet a little bit, and I was not really sure what went on. But we have a video from Cat Air where she talks about the situation. And before we get into it, I would highly appreciate if you could take a second just to like this video and also sub to the channel if you enjoy these reacts. When you come in the app with us live, you're free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adley. Appreciate you watching, and yeah, I hope to see you there. Now let's get into it.
This one is sad. First, we have this tweet from Tygaaholic, who also goes by Tygaverse on Twitter. That's their handle. And it says, it just revived with a photo of their YouTube play button after hitting 100K subscribers.
Big.
That's a huge dub to them. Super proud of them hitting 100K. That's huge. They should be super proud. I'm sure they are. And then next up, we have this tweet. I think I'm going to end myself.
Ooh, what a tweet to make.
And it's a screenshot of YouTube saying, Tygaaholic was removed on YouTube. Your channel, Tygaaholic, wasn't following our policy on nudity and schmexual content.
Why?
We removed it to protect our community. If you think we made the wrong call, we'd be happy to take another look. Begin your review to see more information and to start your appeal. Begin review. You can reveal an appeal until June 29th, 2029. I'm so confused. Okay, so proud of them for hitting 100K. If their channel was so against YouTube guidelines, why did it take for them to hit 100K subs on YouTube for them to get their account deleted, removed? It's not even like demonetized the one video, not even like copyright strike the video, not even warn the video, just nuke their entire account out of.
I feel like communication with YouTube is always lacking in many ways. Even whenever there's something wrong with your account, like I had recently, they won't even tell you that. I think that's really bad. Also, I think that when it comes to like copyright strike and stuff, I don't think you should be able to just strike any videos that are that have been like out for months. Like giving a punishment for things that's already been there on YouTube for ages is just weird.
Nowhere. After you mailed them a 100K silver play button,
that's weird.
other people on Twitter are equally.
You congratulated them and then you closed their channel. Like what's going on?
Ocha says, but they just gave you an award. What the F?
What's going on?
McGirl says, at Team YouTube, fix this right now. And then we have a Cheetan ad. Hey, I love Cheetan buying the ad slots, but this is not the time, Cheetan. Cute and Funny says, I've had the same thing happen to me some years ago over 2 private videos that never had any views. Never got the account back. Your account is bigger and you have X to complain to YouTube support, so you still have a chance. Billy says, please make sure to call somebody to talk with if you're feeling seriously unwell. You have lots of friends and resources there for you. Things will work out okay. And
I want to know what content does she do?
YouTube reverses this. And
does she do like straight up VR chat like prawn, or what's she do?
Everyone is really sad. Oh, except what is wrong with this guy? Dan Johnson. That is a name if I've ever heard one. Sorry.
I like the gun profile
picture. Your name is Dan and you're not this guy. This is a good thing for you. Degeneracy can only lead to one outcome. And you are
topless femboy? You can't be a dude topless now?
You're closer to there than you think. Go to the gym instead. Focus on work. Focus on your family and friends. Build yourself up. And soon you will not even desire any.
Damn, Dan. Damn. Degeneracy can only lead to one outcome
of this content. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the fucking photo with the gun picture is just I'm howling. That's so funny.
Anybody with the pew weapon as their profile photo on Twitter. Radical Edward says, at Team YouTube, this removal was absolutely fraudulent. Please reassess this with a human. They literally just got their 100K button and they got deleted. So yeah, there's a theory that this was like AI flagged and there was not a human being behind the ban because it just doesn't make sense. Like they literally hit 100K. I don't think Tyga hit it overnight. As cool as they are, they probably spent a while posting videos before.
No, I heard that name. I haven't heard the name Tyga in like 2 years. This is an old creator. Like they have been grinding for ages. Like they've been grinding for a long time. I heard about them 2 years ago something. Now I hear about them again, and this is the controversy. I don't know.
Their channel grew this large. So you guys had a long time, YouTube, to go and ban them off the platform. Why at 100K? So Tyga put out a follow-up just an hour ago. Hey everyone, just wanted to let you know that I'm okay. Sorry for worrying you all. I started my YouTube channel when it became clear none of the big clippers were interested in featuring me, assumingly because of my gender and / or how I chose to express myself. Even when I would show up in a clip with another VTuber, they would always neglect crediting me, despite me being right there talking in the clip. It became pretty clear very quickly that I had no choice but to click clip myself. That's when I started my own channel, and it quickly surpassed even my Twitch channel in terms of subscribers and even active viewership.
That's good.
Oh, this is a whole separate thing though. I'm not saying this to like shit on Taiga in any way. This is not relevant to what Taiga's talking about necessarily. If you're a VTuber who is like going out hoping that clip channels will clip you, guys, take your own fate in your hands, okay? It would be really cool if clip channels would go.
Oh, it would be great if somebody would do the work for me. That would be wonderful. I would love that somebody did the work for me, like extra advertisement for zero work. How amazing. But no, that's not the reality of most of this. Most of the time you gotta do it yourself. You gotta put it out yourself. That's just the truth.
Out of their way to go clip out of your stream, to tag you, to go and like put you in front of the limelight. At the end of the day, us as human beings, we are only solely responsible for our fate and the trajectory of our content career. So I love how Taiga was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna go.
I think the day a VTuber starts having people clip them and put them in like different channels and stuff and regularly clip them, or any streamer in that case, when people do that, I think that's when you realize you are actually have made it as a VTuber in a way, because there's like now an ecosystem around your content which people produce, and they feel like they need more ways to share it and spread it around, that they are doing it themselves because they find it so enjoyable. Like that is like an achievement to be had, and that's not something you expect to ever have. Even if a clip channel doesn't decide to credit you, that's kind of scummy to not credit you if you're a part of the clip. That doesn't make sense. How many people were there in that clip? There needs some more context to it. Maybe it just doesn't make sense if it's just two of you and they didn't credit you. That sounds really weird.
Make my own YouTube channel to promote my own content because these clip channels aren't clipping. That's what all of us should be doing. All of us content creators should be making our own channels to promote our own content. If you sit there and pray that somebody's going to clip you to make you go viral, you're going to get old really fast without a viral clip.
True.
I'm just saying. Taiga did it the completely right way. If any of you guys have that sentiment where you're hoping somebody notices you to raid you so you get a lot of viewers from a big raid, or hoping a clip channel takes favor with you, take your own fate in your hands, guys. That was just a little spiel. I do Twitch advice content, so very passionate about talking about stuff like this. So Taiga says,
and yeah, speaking about it, if you're watching my YouTube video on Twitch, I will soon do a video about how to be a VTuber as well. So if you want like the golden tips on what the fuck to do if you want to get started, I think that video and that stream is going to be really good. I will do a Q&A as well at the end for people to question things if they have any questions. So if you're interested in that, make sure to tune by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adley. I will go through things. Now I'm fairly new, but even in this sort of small span of time, it has been going good, and I've been on Twitch for long enough, and I've seen enough VTuber content and VTuber stuff to realize that I kind of have an idea of how to begin at least.
As a pet project turned into something very personal for me. It was a place I could be unapologetically myself and still manage my growth. I will make a Discord chat.
I will make next week. I will make a Discord chat with a 1 hour slow time so people don't spam, and I will only allow it for messages, for questions, so we can prepare questions for that stream. That's the plan.
Most of the mainstream clippers weren't interested in what I had to offer. I always acted within the guidelines specified within the
it will be on YouTube as well. I'll edit it.
Yeah, I made a lot of pee-pee jokes, but that is not a violation, and it
That's
never
not
has
a violation.
been.
You can talk about dicks all the time.
So losing it now, right after receiving my play button directly from YouTube, it feels like losing a part of myself. I've had this channel with me since I started streaming, and it basically grew with me into a catalog of my entire streaming career.
That's a big loss, yeah.
Thank you for the kind words and outpouring of support.
But that's the good thing about you being on Twitch, though. Now that your YouTube is having issues, you're still making content on Twitch, so you can resolve that issue with YouTube you can resolve that issue with YouTube. Now that's a big loss. It's really sad and annoying, but good that you're streaming on Twitch and not on YouTube, because now that you have this issue on YouTube, you can still work on your Twitch and do stuff on Twitch and can't keep up with creating more content until you fix the conflict with YouTube, which is great. That's why you should do multi-platform.
Up as best as I can, but to be completely honest, I'm just exhausted at this point. I don't know what to do now that it's gone. Everything feels so futile. I feel like no matter how hard I work to be a better person and a better content creator, it just
ask how many you want.
Team YouTube, please. This has been my life for the last 4 years. I've been on your platform making content for virtually my entire adult life. Please reverse this. this. So they've been on YouTube for 4 years and YouTube just banned them. Maybe they
That's
had
insane.
warnings on their account that I didn't know of that they didn't tell us.
That's insane.
But YouTube, y'all had so long to figure this out. If you really didn't like Taiga's content, y'all had so long, 4 years to go and like warn them that it was inappropriate. This is a whole side thing too, but this is why I tell all of y'all content creators, don't put all your eggs in one basket because shit like this could happen. You put all your eggs in the YouTube basket, maybe one day they wake up and they're like, yep, I'm just gonna stick a middle finger up at this person and ban them off my platform.
So like I've had issues with YouTube for now like 3 weeks, a little bit more than 3 weeks, but my Twitch has been doing wonderful. My YouTube has been really doing poorly because of what's happening. Like I don't know why YouTube dislikes me suddenly out of the blue. But because of that, it doesn't really affect me that much because I'm still streaming on Twitch. I'm still active on Twitter, and I wish I would be active on TikTok as well, hopefully soon. But again, that's why it's good to have multiple channels and multiple sources of where to go. So it doesn't really affect you that much whenever these stupid issues happen.
And what can you do? You can sit there like Taiga and go on Twitter actively pleading with YouTube to give you your channel back. But YouTube is a big corpo and they're not really going to listen. So hopefully they will. I really hope YouTube like rights this wrong or at least gives them a reason why. They did say it was for the sexual content thing, but they were really vague about it. And after 4 years, y'all have 4
I'm gonna be real, and this is something she doesn't maybe realize, is that YouTube has been really going down on sexual content the recent past months. They have gone by every single ASMR channel and completely nuked the ones that are doing sexual content. And that they are just generally like trying to find anything reminiscent of sexual content nowadays and axing it. Now, deleting a channel is too much. That's too much. If you're enforcing randomly now a policy, demonetizing is fine. Like demonetizing specific videos because you don't like it or hiding them now, that's fine. Striking them or starting to close them down is too far for YouTube. That's too much.
years to figure this out. But thankfully, Taiga seems to be a big streamer and they also have 65K on Twitter. So they have Twitter clout and stuff to try to like back them up to get YouTube's attention. Hopefully this video could also help get YouTube's attention. They have a second tweet stating, please look at the other content you clearly allow with no issues. Please stop unfairly targeting my channel.
This is not a way to argue with YouTube. This is, you can take, YouTube is a big platform. There's many things they can do. You can sit and look at it and be like, this goes against YouTube guidelines. Yeah, you cannot argue with YouTube like that. You need to give reasoning of why your content is fine.
This is my livelihood at Team YouTube. Somebody got 500,000 views by uploading the exact same video concept you took me down for less than 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna post this on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
I will have to censor literally basically.
Oh, she puts Fefe down. Yeah, Fefe is basically porn. I mean, that's all I know about Fefe is that she does softcore porn. That's all I know. You see, she right on that, but instead of reflecting, I think it's really bad. I think it's extremely bad when a content creator try to push someone else under the bus to defend their argument. Now I understand it, but I think you should reflect on your own content and say why your content should be good. You should be fine with it, you know? I know this is an example to defend their cause and say this isn't like mine, but you can do it in a different way instead of pushing Fefe down under the bus. I think you should say instead, like, look at the rule set and the guidelines and then defend why your content is fine to be on the platform.
Every single thumbnail on here, probably. Because I play it really safe with my censoring. I do not want to risk anything. Hey, more power to you if you're...
I don't think these sexual thumbnails do that. I don't think they're good. Do you know why I don't think they're good? Look at this. This is a channel with 880,000 subs. 880,000 subs. That's nearly 1 million. And a video that's been out for 2 days only have 49,000 views. That's horrible. That's beyond horrendous. Because this thing goes through the algorithm and gets suggested to people. And a majority, not even 80, like over 80% of her viewers did not even barely watch this. Like didn't watch this at all. And then plus the algorithm. This is horrible. These kind of like these thumbnails are awful for YouTube for the first of all clickbait, And second of all, they're awful for the algorithm in itself. Like, there's no point to do this kind of things. And it's awful for the terms of service. There's no reason to do these kind of things. It's just like brain rot dumb.
Hey, more power to you if you're somebody that likes doing NSFW content. Definitely skirting the lines of YouTube copyright stuff. Here's another one. Rule 34 comments. Oh, they're reading. Oh. You should see the sheer clothing review trend. Real woman trying on transparent clothing where you could see everything. YouTube is not consistent with their TOS guidelines and they like to play favorites. I will have to censor this too, I guess. Dabby says, you've always gotten a ton of unjust hate.
How can you say YouTube likes their favorites whenever YouTube is such a big platform? YouTube does not have favorites. Now, they might have some favorites for people that are like 10+ million subs, but they don't really have any favorites. You can probably create a correlation between YouTube having favorites, but they don't really do that. There's such a... YouTube is so too big. It's way too big. Do you have any idea how many 10 million sub channels I have never heard about in my life? There's a lot. And I bet there's a lot for you as well. It's just... This is just like you were focused on failing the guidelines and maybe someone else weren't, but they probably will eventually.
And backlash over the years for who you are and how you present yourself. Yeah, despite all of it, you're still here. No, I don't mean much. Only chat was saying you weren't card and then you lost it 2 weeks ago, but you're amazing. Wait, I don't get the context about that second half, but sounds positive, I think. Luke Furno says, what matters most to me, and I think I speak for a good some of the people that follow you, is your happiness and safety as a person comes first. Glad you're safe and hang in there. We'll always be there to support you despite what YouTube does to put you down. So I love the positive comments that people are saying.
Nice,
and
yeah.
people are just saying that Taiga deserves a lot better than what happens. I hope Taiga can get their account back. I don't know what content Taiga makes, so I myself can't take a look.
I have no
and be
idea
like, hey,
either,
you know,
actually.
this looks sus to me, or this doesn't look sus to me, or whatever. At the end of the day, YouTube, we all know, is very
vague,
suggestive
yes,
at worst on how they enforce their policies, just like any other platform.
Like Twitch.
And from what I've heard that VTubers get hit the hardest when it comes to their guideline policies versus other creators. Again, you can have girls doing the sheer clothing trend with all their goods in display behind a very thin sheet of clothing. But if a VTuber, I guess, makes some suggestive content, then it's not allowed anymore. I thought Taiga was at 100K when they got bans. They were almost at 200K. Their channel's dead because it was banned, obviously. They were at 178K subs with 879 uploads. That is way worse than what I thought it was. Because they got their play button recently, so I thought they just hit it. Maybe they're at like 110, 120. I didn't realize they're at 178. Dang, that freaking sucks, actually. That actually blows. I'm so sorry this happened to them. I hope they can get their account back. I hope after they appeal with human eyes, you know, from YouTube, I'm just hoping it was like a bug on the automated flagging system. And when a human being reviews their account, they can deem it safe and give it back to them, or at least tell them what was wrong. They did say it was sexual content, but again, Taiga seems to have been making the same type of content over the course of these 4 years. At least some more clarity to allow them to rectify the issue, because Taiga doesn't seem like somebody who is making blatantly against TOS malicious content. So if they did have a consistent behavior that's against TOS for some reason, just tell them Taiga seems like somebody who is really willing to correct the behavior and a content creator that really wants to make content. Yeah.
Of course, it's their livelihood. Of course, they would adjust their content if the people will communicate. And that's the thing with Twitch and YouTube and Twitter and everything, is that for some reason they cannot just give they always give automated messages of people have spent years to create their foundation. If there's something going against your guidelines, just send them a direct message or an email explaining what was wrong and say that this cannot continue on, and they will probably adjust their content for that kind of view. If they can't, they will probably quit. But just completely crashing it down is the worst case scenario.
I hope they can get it back soon, especially because they did say it was their livelihood. So it sucks to like completely lose that.
It does. It's their life. What the fuck they're gonna do? They spent too many years. It takes a long time to grow that much. It takes a very, very long time to grow that much. And the fact that you're sitting here now and just like blocking them from even having some form of income now is kind of insane. That's why it's very important to do multiple platforms, because sometimes a platform can be this annoying. It can just be like enforcing their rule set without even giving any guidance or ever taking any warnings, precautions before. But yeah, it does. I hope Taiga gets their account back. I don't even know what is their account like up now. Let me take a look. Let me see Taigaverse. Let me see Taigaverse. No, if I look up their account, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist at all on YouTube still. So no. That kind of sucks. Unfortunate for them. But yeah, hopefully it resolves soon and YouTube will communicate with them a little bit more on what was wrong and what to do further on. But yeah, you tell me down below if you're looking at this on YouTube. I'd appreciate if you tell me down below what y'all think. If you have a second to just like this video, I highly appreciate that. And also sub to the channel if you enjoyed these reacts. If you want to come and yap with us live, feel free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adley. I appreciate you watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.